Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the media. I'm here with Brian Weke, who is very well known to you, and in Linda Mwananchi's circles. Most of our operations are normally directed by Brian Weke, and he has been here for a number of days. I'm here also with Clifford. He's a learned friend from Rangwe, and maybe when I finish what I'm saying, he may just add some local content. Right at the back here is Mr. Luchu. Again, he normally participates in our operations within Linda Mwananchi, but he's from Busia. I got this lady from Mombasa, Leila, is a candidate in Majengo ward within Mombasa County. Right on my back is Agre Onyango. Agre Onyango is a former chairman of Siaya County Council, but is a member of the movement. There's Mr. Winga, Mr. Tiberius, and all of us are here. Now, I want to say, without fear of contradiction, that on Sunday the 16th of this month, we will be in Homabay. The entire formation of Linda Mwananchi is going to be in Homabay. And nothing is going to change. And in saying this, I want to remind our people that the constitution that we have involves a very, 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 very long struggle to ensure that in Kenya there's freedom of movement, freedom of residence. You can stay anywhere in the country. That freedom of movement and residence is not particular to Kenyan citizens. Even non-Kenyan citizens can move within and out of Kenya when they wish. There is the freedom of association, which makes it possible for us to form political parties, political movements. There's the freedom of expression, which is also guaranteed under our constitution. And there's the right to demonstrate and to picket anytime in accordance with the law, peaceably and armed. There are people in Homabay who are living in the past. The level of primitivity and backwardness that is coming out from Homabay leaders, I'm not saying the Mwananchi, there were people from Homabay, they are patriots. But there are certain leaders from Homabay who are living in the past. They don't know we have a new constitutional order. You remember, there was a time during the struggle for multi-party that those in Kanu, Chama cha Mama na Baba, pronounced themselves that we could not get into certain areas within the Republic of Kenya. And they said at that time that if you show the two-finger salute, your fingers will be chopped off. And we had a lot of difficulties moving into, particularly in some areas in the Rift Valley. I remember there's a time when the late Muliro and I were traveling from Nakuru to Kitale, and somewhere before we got to Mau Summit, we had goons waiting for us there with bows and arrows. I am deeply shocked that Kenya is again going through that phase in our democratic struggle, where leaders from a certain area can say, we cannot go to Homabay, we cannot go to any part of the county. So far, we have been able to go to many, many counties and held successful rallies. So I want to assure those leaders from Homabay that we will be in Homabay. We'll be in Homabay. Me as ORENGO, if I take out my clothes, I'll show you scars of bows and arrows, injuries, including fractures. If the last act that I can do for this country, in the name of change and patriotism, in the name of democracy, is for me to die for my country. I am prepared on 16th in Homabay to be there and face the consequences of these primitive and backward leaders. I'll be there, and Brian Weke will be there, and Sifuna will be there, Babu will be there, Karoli will be there. The whole team will be there. We have gotten details of what they are planning. Yesterday they had a meeting after the Naivasha UDA meeting, a night meeting at Governor's Park, where weapons were distributed, rungus, arrows, pangas. They were distributed last night. Some of it, the balance of the arsenal, is being kept at
Genawa Center.
Genawa Center. That is the tallying center that the governor used during the last elections. If you go there, if she opens up that place, you'll find a big arsenal. A governor has purchased pangas, rungus, arrows to ensure that those who are going to go to Homabay will be attacked. Today, there was another meeting at Honorable Kaluma's house with goons. And I think at a later time we are going to show you video material on some of these meetings. Like the meeting at Governor's Park, the audio is already out with voices of the people that I'm talking about. Later on in the evening today, they are going to meet some of the market women. And they are telling the market women not to enter Homabay. They should take their wares to Kabunde airstrip and sell them there. They are going to have a bogus registration process just to make sure that no planes land at Kabuge airstrip. But I'm sure no force on earth is going to stop us from being in Homabay on Sunday. There is yet other meetings planned tomorrow and all over the county to try and counter our meeting with the people of Homabay. I want to assure the people of Homabay that if the police and the authorities cannot undertake their legal and constitutional duty by offering protection to those who will come to the rally, we are also very well prepared to make sure that everybody who will come to the rally will be safe and will have a beautiful meeting. And we be talking about Kenya, what is wrong with Kenya and what we can do to make Kenya right. Then they are also planning to make sure that some of our supporters are arrested, like they've done in the past, before Sunday. We are prepared for all that. But you know, the odd fact is that every part of Kenya we have been received, even those who do not agree with us, even in UDA strongholds, we have been received. Now, what the leaders of Homabay are trying to do, they are trying to turn Homabay to a little Rwanda. Because the moment you begin to mobilize people on the basis of political beliefs, you're planting the seeds of conflict and even genocide. And it starts in a small way, but turns into a civil strife and can even turn into a war like we saw in Rwanda. So I want to urge Kenyans all over where we are, we must stand tall and strong to defend our constitution and to defend the law and the rights that we fought so hard to have in this country. I will tell you at a later time the steps that we're making, particularly with the authorities. But I know for one, I as James Orengo have been targeted in these attacks. There's one member of parliament who said I should be eliminated and is still free out there. If you hear what was being said today, yesterday, asking what I want to do in Homabay. When I used to go to Homabay with Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, with Mwite, with Imanyara, from people from all over the country, to make sure that we have the freedom today. Some of these characters were having it easy, but we are willing to pay the price for the freedom of our country. And I urge again the people of Homabay to stand strong, and we are going to be there early and have a successful meeting like we have had everywhere. If you don't mind, I may say something in Luo and then invite, or Brian, you speak a little bit fast, then I can add something in Luo.
Thank you very much. Whatever the party leader has said about the details of what they're planning, we want to make the record straight, and we will proceed and report to Homabay police station. So whatever you do with those facts, that is your issue. The police, as provided for in the Constitution, their biggest job is to protect the lives and the property of the citizenry. So that we set the record straight, we will proceed and report. We also want to say that we have served the police with a notice that we will be holding that rally in Homabay. As regards whatever is being planned, I want to mention that a number of people had already been arrested, and the calls came from above and they were released. We know that people who are supporting us, their properties have actually been targeted. One advocate called Nyauke, and I know they're still planning to target that particular property. The resolve that we have as a people, those machinations will not stop us. We know what we stand for. We know what we believe in. If you look at our history, myself, our party leader, and many others that are with us, we will not be cowed. We want to ask every person from Homabay, come and receive us, because we know the people who are in two-term are the leaders. But the local communities and the local people and our people from Homabay, their hearts are where Raila is. The spirit of Raila Amolo Odinga is in Linda Mwananchi. And you know, Raila once said, I might not agree with what you're saying, but I will ensure that the right for you to say it cannot be compromised. And really, the goons who are prepared, we want to ask you, you are our children. You are Luos like us. Please, please, please desist. Na tumejipanga. Mukidhani mmejipanga, tumejipanga. In 2007, when there was a fierce battle between Raila Odinga and Kibaki, Kibaki came to Kisumu, Kibaki came to Homabay, and he spoke to our people. There was no violence. In the run-up to the election where Uhuru was running with Raila, Uhuru came to Homabay and all the way to Mbita. We welcomed him, we listened to him. Even in the last dispensation and the last election, William Ruto came to Homabay and to the entire Luo Nyanza. Why is it that guys are worried? Is it because that you don't have people? Is it because you want to create a perception that Luo is a two-term zone and it is not? But we are prepared. Thank you very much.
Yeah. What do you mean when you say you are prepared?
No, we are prepared. We are coming in peace. And we are asking the police to do their work. But I can assure you, if you want to met violence on us, we are prepared to protect ourselves. That is what I mean. Because you don't have to
Okay, you can continue.
I watch you do. I watch on ya. One you luo manilinde Mwananchi. Gi osiepe wa mabiro lemo wa. Wabiro gi ngwono. Wabiro kaka nyithiu. Wabiro wuoyo go ganda wa momiyo nyaka jowa odonje one time. But kudwa kelo lweny, wan ok wan jo lweny. Kudwa biro gi panga, wan waonge panga. Kudwa biro gi gik moko gite, wan waonge gigo. Wan wadhi wuotho gi Nyasaye. Wan prepared gi Nyasachwa. Erokamano uru, Nyasaye odong kodu.
Okay, thank you very much. We've had much that is going on in Homabay. And as an aspirant from Rangwe, permit me to emphasize that regardless of the details that we've gathered, let it be known that the 16th rally is going to be successful in Jesus' name. And in any event that somebody is planning, and even as we know that they are doing so, we are still going to come. Because this battle is not Linda Mwananchi. Actually, it was initially Linda Mwananchi, but now they have transformed it to a battle to fight for democracy. Because the right to assemble, the right to congregate and to interact, freedom of speech is being defiled here. The fight for democracy is a process. And that day, we don't want manipulation. People are being paid not to attend, women paid not to, and those people being paid to come and interrupt it. We are asking you to refrain from fighting for something that we've really struggled to. It is indeed sad that when we were burying our great father of democracy, Raila Amolo Odinga, we thought we are only burying him. But for some people, they were celebrating and mourning very hard because we were then, for some people, burying what democracy is. Some people think that democracy remained in Bondo. We are here, and on 16th we will demonstrate that democracy still lives, and we will sharpen it, and we will be there. For preparation, just as party leader and Brian Weke has said, we have urged the police to come for and protect us. And even if the police is not going to protect us, we have a duty to protect ourselves. We have a duty to protect ourselves. So as you are coming prepared, you know very well that we are also prepared. Not by sword, but we come with God. Thank you.
Sisi kama watu wa Mombasa tumekuja kwa wingi na tumejitokeza kwa wingi, na kama vile party leader wetu amesema, pia sisi tuko tayari na mishale. Kule kwetu tunasema kama noma noma. Kwa hivyo sisi tuko tayari na tumejipanga, tunataka Homabay tutakutana huko.
And finally, there's something that Raila said before he died. And he said, I may not go, I may not get there with you. I think he was quoting Martin Luther. I may not get there with you, but we as a people, we will get there. What was Raila meaning with that statement? He was saying that job is still not done. Freedom is still not here. And if Raila was alive today, he would be in this formation. Kaluma has made a statement that Orengo belongs to the grave. If I translate the words, his words is that I belong to the grave, just like the other member of parliament was saying that I should be eliminated. But I want to say that I had so many of those utterances before, and I am still here. And after 16th, we are going to be here, and we are going to go everywhere. It's God's plan that we go to Homabay, and nobody is going to stand on our way. Otherwise, Homabay wa tegno. Homabay wa tegno. Kendo wa biro tarik 16 ok nwalemo kwa chopo Homabay. Nitie chenro mwaseyudo kako opangi lodhe tonge kata kuonde ma lodhe gi tonge nitie osenyiswa kuonde ma gintie. Mago notimore Kisumu kae. To nokotamwa chopo Kisumu, mwawuotho i Kisumu, mwatimo rally Kondele, kendo watimo rally pap Kuwor. Onge pogruok Homabay gi kuonde moko e Kenya. Koro wan gadieri ni wabro dhi maber ahinya ahinya. To an awacho ni jomoko ong'eyo Jaramogi Oginga Odinga noikre ni mondo twe to boch bende ne goye. Tear gas niwito kuome. An abedo kode. Raila noyie ni mondo goye, otwe mondo Kenya oyud resruok. Ruto nowacho ni Raila odwoko bondo. Kaka odwoke en mong'eyo, onyalo kata dwoke gi wheelbarrow. Raila to ngima, wan wang'eyo Raila ngima. Anto wheelbarrow ok adonje. Apek ma ok anyal donje wheelbarrow. Kata temo tera wheelbarrow ni terago ni dhi ka bondo, nikech baba noyii ka bondo. Kata tera Ugenya. Ok adonje wheelbarrow mantie ni. Ruto ochako campaign mare kawuono gi miriambo mang'eny. Magi gik madwano wadhi ler ni joluo gi jo Homabay mondo Kenya obed gi kwe kendo joluo obed kanyakla gi jo Kenya moko. Gima omiyo idwa ni piny luo ka ni midino ni ji ok nyal donje, kata joluo kaka wan ok nyal donje. Mano ok bi timore. So in the name of God, it will be a Sunday. It is a holiday, and that's the day we chose to go to Homabay. Please join us on Sunday, and we'll have one of the best and most successful rallies from the time that we started having rallies in the Republic of Kenya.
Okay.
So, any questions?
Governor, there's this attempt by maybe the top leadership of ODM and other leaders not to allow somebody from the Luo community to address populations. How do you take this, bearing in mind that leader Mwananchi is yet to
That is very cowardly. They are selling their birthright of Luos on a platter. You know, was this young man in the Bible who sold his birthright? Esau. Nobody is going to sell the birthright of the Luo community. Ever, 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 ever. And when the elections come next year, by the grace of God, as we sit together as a country, as a nation, and as the opposition, a Luo will either be on the ballot or a Luo will be together with other people who have expressed their wishes to be on the ballot. But nobody can compromise that right by saying that because you have been paid well enough, that the rest of Luo land should follow that bait. We are not going to do that. And I think we are clear on that. Watch this space.
A couple of questions. One, I remember your passionate address to members of the leaders who actually gathered at Wasafi launch in Siaya. The very first time you had that meeting, in Busia, and you are saying that if you can just hold this thing for the next 3 months, we'll be in. Are you happy so far with how it's going? Just finish the question. And then two, do you think we have moved into an outfit that is actually unsettling the political landscape in the country? And then lastly, the question that I would ask last is that people are already asking what next after unsettling the political landscape in this country. What next? When are we finding the nitty-gritties, the finer details of what Leader Mwananchi is going to do for Kenyans?
One, I like that question. That's a very good question. Some people think that Linda Mwananchi has always been there. We are just about 4 months old. Linda Mwananchi was rolled out really at the end of March, and I think in April, that is when we really went to the people as Linda Mwananchi. And it is exactly 4 months. And we are the biggest political movement in the country. I think that one, there is no body who can dispute that. We are the only political party or political movement which can go to any part of the republic without any hindrance, without any hurdles. And I think that's a big, big, big achievement. 4 months, and we are doing the kind of things we are doing. Some people who have been in the business for a long time, when they hold rallies or they have, activities, they are hardly well attended. Secondly, the biggest challenge that we have now is the formation or the transition of Linda Mwananchi from a political movement, a people's movement, into a political party. I want to assure everybody that there should be no worry. We are going to have a political party that is going to contest in the elections, and that contest, we will participate everywhere, in every ward, in every constituency, in every county, and in the republic. As to what we are going to do with the country, we are going to have a discussion and a conversation about what we want to do to make Kenya be on the road to prosperity. I just want to say in a nutshell that so far many Kenyans know what is wrong with Kenya. How to fix it is the problem. And I think in Linda Mwananchi we have the solution, we have the answer. And I, for one, want to go into many programs in the news media to talk about what Linda Mwananchi is going to do. That is a debate I'm prepared to have. I am a bit disappointed that we have not been talking so much about what we want to do. We have been talking much about what is wrong. Yeah, so in the next weeks, we are going to talk about what we are going to do to fix this country. Ruto is talking about Vision 2060. I mean, if in the year 2026 you are abducting and killing people, how can you make the year 26 better than today? He has got to do things now to show that 2060 is going to be a better place for us as Kenyans. But he has failed by all scores. So that is a big question, but we're going to answer that question in the fullness of time. Yeah.
Thank you. I have noticed a very well thought out, choreographed plan to alienate the Luo community. I have seen every single day when you're discussing representatives of different areas, no newspaper brings in the Luo community. And you can see it very clearly that that is a well thought out plan being done by the government and the National Intelligence Service. You will not alienate the Luo community. Someone has asked here whether we have somebody on the table. We have James, Agri, Bob, Orengo in Linda Mwananchi as the spokesman of the Luo community. We have James Agri Orengo as the party leader of Linda Mwananchi. I see you guys discussing presidential candidates from all over. Then in Nyanza you bring in Matiang'i as the sole candidate or sole person who needs to sit there and discuss our issues. Let the record be noted. Let me set the record straight. If you're not seeing, I will help you see. If you have something in your eyes, I will remove it. James Agri Bob Orengo has been there, is there, and is there on behalf of the Luo community. Arambe!
One time.
Asante sana.
So,
I've done enough.
Your Excellency,
Yeah.
some of your very ardent supporters